Because, like, I just don't want to be with both of us, like...
Okay. So, we're back after 2 months with our next installment of masks. Just kidding.
No.
Don't.
No, it still hurts.
So we're not able to do masks yet because...
Jamie, we have scheduling problems.
Because
November
we're not able to do
really
masks
crazy.
yet because marching band is
Annoying.
horrible.
For lack of a less offensive term. Annoying.
It is, yeah, it's pretty rough.
And
All
then
right.
swimming's coming, and
Swimming won't be that bad because swimming is all the
pretty
practices
dang
are...
consistent.
Swimming is all like weekdays, and even all but 2 of the meets are weekdays, which is kind of great. All right, so I'm capturing video. It's going to be choppy as hell, but you know, whatever. At least we have faces to look at.
Yeah.
What we're going to do instead today, since we can't play masks, we're going to do kind of, I think it might be a one-shot. We'll see if it's a one-shot or not. Of Dark Designs in Verdigris, which is a powered by the apocalypse thingbob. Oh my god, go away.
The other one, the child.
No,
one.
I
I
don't.
wanted to show you a thing that I found because it had 2 people in it. And I know I saved it. I just
Alright.
don't know what it is.
Powered by the apocalypse thingy, kind of World of Dungeons, which is going to mean nothing to the girls here unless we do Ravenloft at some point in time, because I'll probably do that with World of Dungeons. So
Which
it's
we've got to do.
It's a super scaled down kind of, yeah, we're going to do Ravenloft at some point too, because vampires and werewolves and ghosts, oh my.
Also because I'm terrible
Ooh,
and we
I'm gonna
never
be ghost.
continue.
No, Ravenloft is awesome. I want to do that also with World of Dungeons, but...
I can't find the picture. Ooh.
So what we're going to
Sad.
do is this Verdigris, and I'm going to give you a bit of this read here. First, before I get into the thing I'm going to read, I want to, and this is going to come up during character generation a couple times too. Use of language in this one is definitely aimed at replicating, in some cases, the kind of language that was common when the books came out in the early 1900s. 1901, 1904. So you see the word queer a lot, and in this context should be taken to essentially mean odd
Strange.
or strange.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
It is not meant to
It's
be...
not the slur.
Well, and there are a lot of people in the LGBTQ communities who don't find queer to be a slur. It's an empowering word. That's fine.
That's
doesn't
an argument
matter.
for another day.
In any yeah, it's a conversation for a different day. In any case, when I'm
It's
reading
like,
this
how
thing,
weird.
or on the character sheet, there's specific traits that you have, and we should always take these to mean it's like somebody's queerly appealing or queerly weird, queerly off-putting. I can't remember what this traits are. We'll see them in a second.
Means Oz.
It means
Odd.
odd. Oz means odd.
They're interchangeable.
Okay, so I'm going to read this little introduction here, which will give you a general idea of what we're talking about. We're going to be doing this thing, and it's set in sort of a post. It's set in Oz after a fall, so it's. I don't want to say post-apocalyptic because it's not an apocalypse. It was sort of a fading of Oz.
Yeah.
Oz has a taste for queer folk. It found the wizard and brought him here. Found Dorothy and brought her along too. You did not plan for Oz to take you, but then there was cyclones, or angry mobs, or gunfire, or storms at seas, hole in the world that you thought would bury you, and then you flew or you fell, and you fell into Oz, and belonged to Oz. Your monochrome life was over for good. Queen Ozma reigned with her consort Dorothy by her side. The Emerald City gleamed with color and sunlight, and you found a home. You had adventures. You learned a little witchcraft. You had people who loved like a family. But Ozma vanished, Dorothy fled, and Oz fell.
Wow.
Not surprised, honestly.
The green and glistening ruins above are all that remains of the Emerald City, and the lands surrounding it have become the wastes. You now live in Verdigris, the cavernous, sunless capital of Oz below. There is still life and magic here. Sometimes there's even a sad kind of beauty. Ogres in pasteboard masks plot assassinations over cheap cocoa wine. Lonely automatons sing to themselves as they pull wealthy residents in pedicabs. Amid the gaslit hot houses and goddess temples, a blue-clad refugee from the east buys tin flowers to take to a would-be paramour with the head of a hawk. Under the humming electrical sun, northern merchants in violet feathered scarves sell intoxicants to renegade westerners in yellow vests. Beyond and below, tunnels reach out in all directions, and roving gangs and self-taught wizards stalk the wastelands above. So, that is the Oz that stands. Now
Spooky Oz.
I'm going to throw this up here on the screen so you guys kind of have it. If I can. Again, my machine is being super laggy.
Oh, I totally forgot I saved this.
But there's a map here that I have of Oz as it once was.
Mm-hmm.
And it may help to remember things like, because the people in Oz below still, whoa, that's big.
Wait. And then scroll down.
Oz fell.
Oh, I've fallen and I can't get up.
That's what I was trying to say, but then I
Terrible.
wrote it out so I didn't interrupt.
We've got the Quadling country,
All right.
Winky country, the one I can't read in purple, and the Munchkin country.
The Gillikins. All right, so Oz was
Say that word again?
Gillikins.
Gillikins.
Gillikin.
The what?
Gillikin.
So I'm putting the map up here kind of as a reference because you'll see people, and it's a reference for me as much for anybody else, that you'll still see people in Oz below who are still dressed in the colors of their country, even if their country now is really kind of a wasteland, or parts of it are. So the Winkies are in yellow, the Munchkins wear blue, a lot of blue. Folks from the south tend to wear red. Folks from the north tend to wear purple. And of course, near Oz, green was how you were saying. So we're going to do this thing. And then you've got the impassable desert and other kingdoms around there, like the dominions of the Gnome
The
King.
Gnome King.
Who is Factor's kind of...
Whoa, King.
He's a bad man. Okay.
Wow. Who would have guessed?
So he is a bad man.
He's the bad guy.
Also, inexplicably doesn't like chickens. What? I don't ask
I'm
me.
confused.
It comes up. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Oz and what we know about Oz
What
in general,
do we in fact know about Oz?
or stuff. I will begin with Jamie because I'm a little bit more familiar with Kat's sort of Oz familiarity. So, Jamie, outside of just the general Wizard of Oz,
So I know.
what do you know? What have you seen or read or watched of Oz stuff?
I know the Wizard of Oz and I know Wicked, and then on the bus she gave me like a rundown of like.
The Dorothy Must Die series or something like that?
No.
Well,
Too long. Too good.
she like you mentioned the book like once, but
I did.
like talked about like just kind of like she mentioned like Queen Osmond or whatever that's
Queen
the name, right?
Ozma?
Cuisinart,
Yeah. And
Which
something
movie?
about
I tried to
wait,
explain.
am I remembering the right thing? Something about like shock therapy and Dorothy or something.
Oh yeah, I tried to explain to her Return to Oz and
Return to
how
Oz.
literally scarring that was, but like,
And like a bit about that and
although which is weird because I've only seen part of it. So
Return to Oz was like Okay, so have you ever seen like Labyrinth? The movie Labyrinth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, this goes back a little bit, but Return to Oz came out in like 1980, in the early 80s. I want to say 84 or something like that. And it was definitely like a certain kind of, it reminds me a lot of like Labyrinth and some other sort of fantasy movies that came out at that point in time. It's definitely, now the thing is, what's funny is it's actually very, very true to like the second and third book that Frank Baum wrote for Oz, which means everything got creepier,
Mm-hmm.
The third book especially is actually really quite good because he was like, I can do whatever the hell I want, and I'm going to do whatever I want, and it's actually quite a bit of fun to read. The second one was more like him trying to copy the first one again, and was kind of so. Return to Oz is the second and third book that Baum wrote, kind of combined into one movie. It is, if you will pardon my grown-up talk, creepy as fuck. At the time that it came out, it would have like it permanently traumatized like many a youngling.
You know what I do with scary things, right?
Make jokes about it.
I mean, if your family ends up ever getting grabbing Disney Plus, Return to Oz is on there. You can watch it. It has a very 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 young Faruqa Balk on there as Dorothy, and yeah, Dorothy is talking too much about Oz, so Auntie M decides to send her to a doctor who does shock therapy, and she narrowly escapes that and ends up getting washed away down a river and waking up in Oz, and everything goes crazy from there.
Nice job, Ozma. You done good.
There's people with like arms and legs that end in wheels.
Wheelers from
Wheelers.
the special little friend of Gnome King. Wow.
Not technically. And then the Gnome King is there, and there's like Princess Langwidere, and all these are characters from the book, but like Princess Langwidere, straight up out of the books, has like multiple heads, and she
was telling me about
pops
that.
them off and just pops on another one.
No, I want. This is my first
Take your
character
time.
idea. Was being a floating head, right? And I blend in with her like heads, right? And she's about to reach for me to put me on, right? And then I fly up and I'm like, bitch, you thought.
Okay.
I just stood there silently trying hard
she
to
gestured
forget.
so hard.
So the character generation for this is a little bit interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna see. I think I've got. Do I have the character sheet? Maybe.
I think I'm gonna go with
The child,
this one.
indeed, looks cool.
And if you're a child, it's kind of. I mean, you can always do
Well,
like.
it's not like child, but
It's like 12-year-old.
13.
You know, you can always. Well, and there's a fine, and this is definitely kind of. I don't want to say it's horror, but there's definitely a creep factor to the game.
Okay, well then I
mean,
I
I don't
my
think she
search
looks super
results.
happy.
No,
she looks
and
snarky.
She doesn't look. She looks. I would say she's early teens, 15 and down.
Yeah,
Somewhere in there.
12, 13.
Totally fine. And there you got.
Oh, that's supposed to be a.
What?
That's Katara.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never read the descriptions, so
I usually don't either.
I was just like, that's just really cool. But in fact,
Well,
it makes sense when you look at it now.
Well, I usually like take when they're. I don't copy like exact like.
I just didn't
people,
realize
I
what
just
it was.
Like what it looks like.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't realize what it was.
All right.
I was trying to figure it out.
We got a couple character sheets. You guys have been they've been like Pinteresting for the last couple of.
Desperately. I'm trying so
for
hard
you.
to find a character that speaks to me.
Toss one down there to Kat.
Thank
got
you.
pencils?
Thank you.
So this is powered by the apocalypse.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The stats should work the way you would expect them to work in Mask. So like a 3 is really ridiculously good, a 2 is still really good, a 1's pretty good. You know, the way this works, you only have 3 stats, and you shouldn't have any that show up that are. I don't think there's a way to get them below 0. So know that for what it is. All right, so we're gonna go through this process of creating a character, because answering questions about your character will both give you some backstory and also tell you what your stats are going to be, because your stats start out with, you have 3 stats. Ferocity, which is exactly what you would imagine is going to be. It comes up with things like big physical effort and fighting and biting people's ears off and
Okay.
headbutts, things like that. Duplicity, which is your kind of all things sneaky and tricky, right? Spying, stealing, lying, charming somebody, convince them to do something for you, and of course sorcery, because this is the kind of environment where everybody has a little bit of magic.
I think I might accidentally be creating another like powerhouse
We're
character
gonna base it on this.
Okay.
A little bit of everything.
So the idea, I mean, the way Oz works
Choose the way.
is you
know the way.
pretty much anybody is either going to have a little magic, like do a little magic, or they're going to be a little magic. All the animals in Oz talk, as an example. They might be completely normal animals otherwise, but talk, and be therefore conscious enough to talk. Consequently, there's a lot more vegetarianism in Oz because everything's sentient.
It makes it a little
It's hard to eat something when it's begging for its life. All right, so choose a name is step one. You don't unless you've got one ready.
That's painful.
But
why would
then
you
write
start
it
with
down if
that?
you- Yeah.
I think. Okay, now I'm second guessing myself.
Yeah, welcome to role playing.
Scribble it in for a second and just let me fiddle with your hair here for a second. You got a bobby pin that's just sort of hanging out. All by
That's
itself.
That happens a
Not really
lot.
accomplishing anything. It's just sort of there.
It wasn't meant to be there.
There you go. I'm gonna let
I might have
you get it out.
accidentally stuck it in there when and forgot about it.
All right.
This is nervous.
Yeah,
So
this
choose your
one's mine.
Choose your pronouns.
Okay. Never mind. I changed my mind. We're gonna go with this one because it spoke to me originally. So.
Did you send me those? The one that you...
Did I send you this one? That's a question.
Why don't
but
you
I'm
send it to
gonna
me so I
send
can
to
pull it
you
up on the
anyway.
screen so other people
Oh,
can see
should I
it?
send mine too then?
Yeah, if you want. Then I can save it and...
I mean, I sent it.
Kaylee sent me so many.
I sent so. Oh, that's the one I was trying to show you earlier.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, I know. I
Wait,
saw it.
and then
Just toss it into the
Oh,
Siren
just
chat.
okay. Just like boo, and then boo, and you search chat.
fun. Okay.
So we have a group now.
Okay, I think I'm gonna stick with my name.
So,
No, I'm not in
and you
fact
can always
saying
change it,
Oh no,
obviously.
can I remember a character name?
that. I'm gonna send
you.
you. All right, I'm gonna send you, and I want you to pick which one, Jamie, because I'm second guessing myself.
Well, let's worry about that in a little bit.
No, I need.
Well, we'll do it when we summarize the character. You have it.
Okay, fine.
Oh wait, I wanted to show you this. That's
my
why I
God.
took a screenshot of it.
Oh God. Okay, we're
I
gonna.
thought you would.
We have to act like. Pick Jamie.
Hold on.
Okay, now pick one of the two I sent you
Oh, okay, hold on. I closed it.
because they give me very different vibes.
Oh boy, my computer's super laggy. Love my old MacBook Air, but it was born in 2013, and it's 6 years old, and it's a laptop, and it can't do all things. I'll tell you.
I don't know, because she kind of reminds me of the like divination or whatever.
Oh, the
how you say it,
divination teacher.
And then she just looks to me at least. But honestly, up to you. Go with what you.
No, that's not helpful. Pick one.
Well, tell me what to do.
You would have one.
What I just said.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with the second one because I like that one.
Okay.
Okay, do the one with the white
Do
hair,
it.
Dad.
Okay. Oh, I think that's what you're talking about. I feel like I got that one.
I don't know what to
Okay.
do now.
See, how would we
Because I
describe
was gonna do that name, but now I'm
that?
not.
We're gonna describe that.
Because I know.
Native American.
Oh yeah. Also, because like, I know it's like, I don't know what to do. Because
What,
like,
you don't know what to do
no, like I, like
for that.
yeah, because
Oh,
like,
hun, that's Caucasian.
well, I know, but it doesn't have to be that exactly.
Fair
You
enough.
know, like I was
I don't
thinking
know.
either Caucasian or Asian, but I'm not sure.
I
You
don't
pick.
know. Do whatever you feel right.
Hey, I gave you a preference.
I don't know.
Are you going for the white with the sort of
Yeah.
ice dagger, crystal dagger
looks
thing
like
about?
yeah.
Cool. I am here for this content.
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you going with
Thanks,
the
that's
one that you
very
showed me?
I know it is real helpful. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
Are you going with this one that you showed me?
The one with the creepy.
This
thing.
one?
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Nice. I like the hair, or the shadows, or whatever that is. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know.
I don't know.
I pick. Give me a
All
preference.
right. I would say Asian.
Okay.
Yeah, go that way. That seems pretty cool. I like that.
I know. I saw that. Wait, what do I write for pronouns? Just like her.
That,
that word?
Yeah, you go with
yeah,
this.
like she, her.
Yeah.
That's normal. I mean, that is...
Well, like,
You don't have to do anything... Whatever. Although I have to tell you, I'm going to tell her the Zoe story. I think it's,
oh yeah, that's so
fantastic.
funny. I am proud of
And
that.
the thing is, we don't really make a big deal out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So McDonald's right now is doing this, like it's 40 years of Happy Meals, and the reason they're doing this is to be able to dump off all the old Happy Meal toys. Mm-hmm. So they're just throwing like any old inventory of Happy Meal toys that they've got, they just toss one into the bag. So you get stuff from frickin' the last 40 years,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the kids one of them got a Bugs Bunny in a basketball outfit, slam dunking a basketball into a basketball hoop from Space Jam from back in the day. And Kate pulled it out and put it on the table, and she's like, first of all, they didn't know what he was doing because their exposure to basketball is essentially nil.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're like, who is that? Because they have no exposure to Bugs Bunny. Like, for what we just don't have a lot of Looney Tunes stuff going on right now. And Zoe's like, so who's that? And Kate says, that's Bugs Bunny. What is he? I don't know what Bugs Bunny is, so I'm just going to say they for now. I'm an
amazing teacher, by the way.
Well, okay, you literally have had like one conversation with her. She's figured out a lot of this stuff on her own, and that's pretty good. Give credit to the girl also, is what I'm saying. And I'm on a spinning beach ball over here, which makes me very sad.
Oh gosh, I don't know what to do for this. I'm stealing something directly from the Dorothy Must Die books, by the way.
Okay.
You remember Indigo?
I had a name.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, also this. Does it really matter what... Like, can we make a...
So in the books, there's a character named Indigo, and she has like these sleeve tattoos of the original map of Oz.
I remember her. Yeah. That was
what
cool.
are these?
Oh wait, just don't worry about it. We'll get to that. That comes up in a bit.
Should I erase? I'm erasing.
I had a good name, but then I remembered a book character that had that same name, and now I can't do it.
Erase what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, because I put something down, so I just erased it because I don't know what I should do for that yet. I'm getting L names, I'm getting Z names, and I'm getting, like...
Character generation is always this awkward.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. I'm getting Z names and L names. Oh, you're such a cheater.
Well, I'm had kidding. Such a good one, but I can't.
I've stolen this for so many characters, but it's okay.
I feel like there's a dialogue here floating around that I have lost.
We're going with Raylan.
Raylan?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
It's a name.
Okay.
It's totally not the last name of one of my other characters, but it's fine. Everything is fine.
I might have to... Let me kill that one. I think I've got an image saved dialogue floating around here somewhere that I can't get rid of.
It gets so hot in here so fast.
Okay, you can crack open. I don't hear a lot of big noise out there, so we can close that. That's
okay. You can keep it a little open.
Yeah.
It gets really hot.
I can crack the window too. It's nice out.
They're just watching a show, so it should be
okay,
fine.
That should be fine.
And they keep it pretty quiet, so. Ooh. 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 I like Riley.
It's one of my top
I gotta kill
3.
some stuff here. What's
your other ones?
I gotta kill some process.
I'm thinking maybe Ivy.
Quit that.
Ooh, that would be cool. I like Skylar. Because that just sounds like a punk. You know, like, I had a friend named Skylar while I was living at me and my mom had like a townhouse, and she was like down the street a little bit. Her name was Skylar. She had like 3 brothers. I don't know. She was punk fan. I don't know what else to, like, there's no other way to describe Riley.
Riley or Skylar? I thought you just said her name.
Sorry, Skylar. What? When you're trying to tell a story to prove your point and you tell the wrong story.
Mood. Same.
Same.
Okay, so that... Okay.
Soul piercing. Morbid conversation.
I'm gonna have to just force quit out of Chrome.
Oh my god, it's me.
Chrome has locked up on me, so I'm gonna have to do a thing. This is gonna be super exciting for other people to listen to, because they're gonna be like, what in the hell are you losers?
This is really boring.
Alright, so let's swing that just a little bit. I'll get the window open over here and it'll be
Sorry,
better.
it's just really hot in here.
No, I get it.
Your computer is trying so hard to be the good child that it is.
For me, my what's trying to be so... What?
Your computer. He's trying to keep up. He's producing a lot of steam.
We'll get some wind in here with this.
Okay.
There's a little bit of air at least.
Okay. Are we gonna...
Okay, so let's proceed while
We're proceeding.
While I'm getting this guy back up here. Sure, let's restore pages and see if I can make that come back up. That's good, I think. I'm trying to do so much stuff.
Jamie, find 7, narrow it down to 5, then I'll pick 3, and then you pick 1.
That seems super complicated.
But it works.
No, I think I've almost got it.
You've almost got it?
Uh-huh.
You feel close?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, victory's near.
Are you going through names or pictures?
Names. We've already found pictures.
Next time I do this, so side note, next time I do this, we're going to do pick a character's name as the last step.
Yes.
Because
I found a name faster than Jamie, I'd like to point out, because
I had a name
never
originally,
happens.
but then I remembered I can't use it.
What do you mean?
Why can't you use it?
Because it's the name of this book character, and...
But
So?
more than one person can have a name.
No, I get that, but I'm only going to be thinking of this girl, and she's like the opposite of who I want this person to be.
Well, then change.
That's what I'm doing.
I meant, like, change the way your character works.
No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't mock. Well, I mean mock.
I am allowed. I have the right.
No.
Okay.
How about no?
I'm just gonna wait for you, I get. No, I'm kidding.
It's fine.
I'm joking.
Close that. Oh my god, why is this so terrible? Yeah, my laptop's working hard right now.
He's trying.
Also, I'm trying to figure out why it thinks I need to log back into Gmail. That's annoying. Some technical difficulties.
Some mental difficulty.
Also that. All right. So, while you're looking at names, we're going to continue on with some of this stuff.
Okay.
Okay? Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay? All right, so choose name, choose pronouns, start with a 0 in ferocity, duplicity, and sorcery. Now we're going to choose 3 character history questions. Now, I printed out... Let me see the... Can I see them for a sec? So, there are 4 character history questions.
Quattro.
You use 3 of them. So one of them you can go, this does not interest me as much as the other 3 do.
Whatever gets those brain juices flowing.
Right? Okay. So...
Thank you.
There you go. So take a look at what those character... And I have them kind of on the screen. Well, I'm not going to get them up on the screen, I don't think. But.
Okay. Okay.
So there's the 4 questions are, in your monochrome life from before, what were you? When you when you lived in Oz that was, what was your most colorful vocation? With whom do you rendezvous discreetly now? Is this a forbidden love or a secret friendship? And finally, when you came below, which boss of Verdigris did you work for? Not to say that you were still working for them, but who did you work for when you first came below?
That sounds fun.
So you can roll randomly. You can roll randomly and change your numbers around to where it's going. Or you can just go, I totally want to have worked for Mombi.
I'm going to do the thing that I always do, and I'm going to roll and then just end up picking the one that I like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's valid. And also...
I am extremely valid.
That comes from a long history of everybody doing that all the time in every role-playing game ever.
Which 3 are you going to do?
Hold on.
Because I think I'm going to do the boss, one of these, and then this one. So we're going to start with the boss.
I'm going to stick with the same pronunciation. I'm just going to spell it differently.
Nice. That's the way we roll.
Even though that really bothers me how it's spelled, but it's okay.
Polychrome!
Wait, so
sorry, I get
when
excited.
It says in your monochrome life, is that what it does that
before you came to Oz? Remember how, like in the Wizard of Oz, everyone's in black and white? The idea is that that world is always in black and white.
Oh, Languidar.
Languidir.
Languidir, the princess with 100 faces.
Yep.
I really like her. Anyway, I think I'd be sick for like Mombi and Polychrome and then Languidar. We're going with Languidar because I like her.
Let's say Languidir. Let's agree on that.
Deer. Doe. A deer. No, deer.
Okay,
Sorry, a drop of golden song.
So, put a mark next to that because we're going to kind of go through and kind of... I want you to sum it up for us. Okay. So just make a note there.
Okay, in the monochrome life before, what were you? But I don't like any of those answers.
Well, you don't like any... And then you can always... If you really want to have some history, but you like a different thing, then we can talk too. But.
I know. It's just kind of weird. Okay, let's limit the creativity here.
You don't have to... Remember, 3 of 4. You don't have to take that
I know. I'm just looking. I'm looking now. Whom do you rendezvous discreetly?
For some reason, saving stuff onto the hard drive is really, really, really pissing off my computer right now. And that makes me sad.
A talking bear? I rendezvous discreetly with a talking bear. Imagine saying that sentence out loud.
You just did.
You just did?
I know. It's glorious. I'm stupid. What's an automation maker?
Automaton maker. Robot maker.
Oh, that's sick.
Like, they make automatons. They make robots. Clockwork men. Or women. Or...
That's cool. I'm going with that. How do you say it? Automaton.
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 Think auto. automaton. It's that kind of order. Man, I can't. You know what? Your character picture is what's killing me here. Like I cannot. No, hers. I can't save it. It keeps locking up my computer.
Sorry.
It makes me super
She's
sad.
too powerful for you.
That's true.
What was your most colorful vocation? What's a vocation?
Job. Role. Like vocation. Vocation means vocation. What's your problem?
I don't know. What's your problem? Emerald course?
Courtesan, think courtier.
I can't read.
Courtesan is like, well, courtesan, I'm going to make you look it up, but basically it means prostitute. Don't make that face. We're not gonna shame sex workers.
No shame.
We're not gonna shame sex workers. But if you want to think of that more broadly, like a courtier, so somebody who is like a member of Ozma's court, because all of that stuff works. That skill set, what you would have picked up, works whether or not you were like somebody working as like a high-priced escort or somebody who was like in the court.
Okay.
And I'm still on the beach ball. That's freaking awesome. Oh my god, you keep rolling.
Shut up. We're gonna go with that one. Because I like that. We're building a character, children. It's working.
I have no idea what to do.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go put on. 1 second.
What?
I smell really bad.
I mean...
Shut up.
Oh man. Alright, I'm just gonna stop trying to... Oh, that's annoying. I'm just gonna stop
And
trying.
yet I still wonder why I don't have friends. Because, oh my god, that was bad.
Jamie didn't notice.
No, I haven't.
Jamie's in a dance studio all the time. She's surrounded by stink. I mean, pretty people smelling badly is sort of the definition of a... Could you fix the thing, please? My precious, precious baby blanket.
Uh-huh.
Try to tuck it like between the thing and the wall.
I did.
Did you? Because it doesn't look like you did.
Well, you're just gonna have to deal with it then.
All right, have you got your questions worked out?
I have.
I don't.
All right, we'll get here and we'll get there in a sec.
Oh my god. That's glorious.
I'm trying to get back into... Oh, I see the problem. Let's get over here. Well, at least I see one of the problems. So many technical difficulties are causing lag today. We're going to shut off some stuff here because I think the bandwidth is getting bad. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right.
I really don't know.
All right. Well, we'll do Kaylee's, and maybe that will give you some like, oh, well, if she's gonna do that, then that gives me an idea.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know why, but I'm kind of on a roll today.
Are you? Don't break your arm patting yourself in the back too hard.
Yeah. Oh, the camera's gone.
Yeah, I had to shut it off because I think it was lagging everything.
Okay, cool. Now I don't have to worry about what I'm doing along with what I'm saying.
You realize that, like, you were this big on the screen.
Yeah, I know, but like...
Anyway. Alright, so let's talk... Where are we at here? No, that's wrong.
I'm just gonna sleep on the table.
Don't go to sleep on the table.
It's too late.
Alright. In any case, I still have another way of getting a shot of the room. Alright, so let us... Which was your first question that you wanted to answer?
With whom do you rendezvous discreetly?
No, are you doing the, when you lived in Oz, what was your most colorful vocation?
Yeah.
Let's do that one first.
Okay. I did the, I'm gonna say it wrong.
When you lived in Oz, what was your most colorful vocation?
The Leonine Rangers.
You actually got that right.
Oh, yeah!
Okay, so Leonine Rangers, so that gives you a +1 in your ferocity. And so your ferocity goes to a 1. You get the traits. Now you have a whole place there where you can list traits. So
I see.
Write down Scout and Hunt.
As 1 or as 2?
No, Scout as 1 and Hunt as another one.
Okay.
And you get a rifle, so you can put that over in your
possessions.
And it does 1d6 plus 2 damage. Okay. 2 damage.
Should I write that down?
Yes. So that I don't have to remember it. Please. And also, we have a question for you because of that.
Okay.
Name a criminal you hunted when you were with the Leonine Rangers who now lives here below. I want you to think about that. Because I need to know who that is. Also, I need a notebook where I can write that kind of stuff down. So I'm going to grab that.
I'm thinking of something neat, but like I don't know if it works.
So you were kind of sort of a law enforcer, kind of a ranger, kind of a person, and you... Okay, so what were you thinking?
I was thinking like... I'm gonna say her name wrong again. The one with the 100 faces.
Langoudier?
Yeah, Langoudier. Or Mombi.
No, somebody
Just
smaller.
Like, I meant like, like somebody like you tried for a while but like failed, I don't know.
I think I'm thinking of somebody, like I'm looking for like kind of a more smaller time crook kind of person. Like a poacher, somebody who hunted talking animals or something like that. Or was a smuggler from like one section of Oz that was to the other, things like that. Somebody smaller. They might have worked with Langoudier or worked with Oz with Mombi, because Langoudier was a princess, but kind of as opposed to Ozma, and Mombi was always kind of the renegade witch.
Yeah.
So, what was your?
That's why I said I didn't know if it would work or not.
What was your character's name?
Raylan.
Raylan.
Raelynn.
Okay. Yes, you have your hand up.
What is an impoverished pretender?
And then, where are you at?
For in your monochrome life before, what were you?
No.
Oh, wait, never mind.
With whom do you rendezvous discreetly?
Impoverished pretender. So a noble who's now penniless, kind of a thing. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So and so when you look at this stuff, it's like you get ferocity, you get high society, you get duels because you apparently have connections in what once was high society. But this person is down on his luck or her luck, and actually hangs outside of a pawn shop. They linger around outside because some precious item of theirs they sold there to make to get some money
Okay.
so they can make ends meet, and they still kind of sadly linger around outside, like looking at it through the window or whatever, this thing that they sold that they want back. So yeah, that gives you're not only giving yourself some stats and stuff, but giving yourself
Good
connections.
story setup.
Yeah, Leonine Rangers. So what?
I would say probably like an engineer or something that smuggled like parts for. Okay, I'm going off. So like you know how in the Dorothy Must Die books the Wheelers like hang around, like in the Gnome King's like territory, and they're like, doesn't Langwedier make them like or something about
The
that?
Wheelers?
Yeah, like I don't remember what the lore behind that is.
And the thing is, the Dorothy Must Die books are they use a
they
lot of
are-
the characters, but they take a lot of liberties with the lore. So
Yeah.
if you want that to be the case, if you want this to be somebody who
like just somebody smuggling the parts into the Gnome King's area for somebody to make more Wheelers. So I don't know who that would be, but just that person doing that thing.
connected to the Wheelers and Langwedier.
Specific, I know. That person doing that one thing.
Langwedier. All right. So that was your first thing. You were one of the Leonine Rangers. You got your frost. You got your 2 traits.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with whom did you rendezvous discreetly?
I can't say it. I don't.
Automaton?
Automaton maker. That person.
All right. An automaton maker. Is this a forbidden love or a secret friendship?
A secret friendship.
Okay. What's their name?
Uh,
Are they an automaton themselves?
yes.
So, if I don't, you probably didn't watch this part of Return to Oz, but there's an automaton in there named TikTok. He's like the original one. Fun fact, actually, the first sort of, as a character, the first sort of conceptualized mechanical man ever introduced in any fiction ever. Before people used the word robot, he was the first robot. Robot didn't come around as a phrase for 20 more years.
What I was actually thinking was, it's kind of funny because it's around this, but in Wizard 101,
Sure.
you have a quest at one point to go to Dorothy's house and safely escort her friends.
Yeah, I remember.
And that, like, animated Tin Man is what I was thinking
in
about.
your head.
Yeah,
But
in
it's
my
just
head.
the Tin Man in that one. We need a name for this. And it could be a regular name. It could be something more like to denote the fact that he is an automaton. Because automatons tend to get names that are really on the nose, like Clicker, Clanker, TikTok, things like that, because they tend to be made into servant creatures. Even ones that are self-aware and sentient are still considered property by the people who own them. So they tend to give them names that are, Wind Up or whatever, Springbox or something like that. In any case, think about that, because I want a name for that. I want a name for that smuggler too. There's a book of names back there behind you, by the way. There's a couple of them on the bottom shelf. Don't worry about it just yet. So, automaton maker, you add one to your sorcery, and take the traits tinker and the trait repair.
Neat.
Name the place you can sometimes locate an automaton's assistance. So, a place in Verdigris where you can go to get help from an automaton. Okay? You didn't know you were going to have to come up with stuff.
Yeah, I was not expecting this.
Invent.
Creative.
All right. Did you add your sorcery and your traits?
I did, in fact,
Okay.
do that.
All right. And what's the last question that you had?
When you came below, which boss of Verdigris did you work for?
Yeah. What'd you do?
I said Langwedier of the 100 Faces because I really like her.
Languideer of the 100 Faces. So, add another one to your sorcery.
We've got a 2.
You take commands as an additional form of magic.
Oh,
So,
what? Okay, that's not a trait.
commands are down at the bottom. You see the sorcery down at the bottom? Bottom right. Bottom right of the whole thing. Sorcery.
Commands.
Yeah, circle that. That's not the only one you have, but that's an additional one. Okay?
Indeed.
So you get commands as a type of magic, and you get the trait disguise.
Ooh, this squeeze.
Oh my god.
This is why I have friends. Or the lack thereof.
Okay.
What am I to you?
I don't know.
Acquaintance, really? Awkward acquaintance?
We're acquaintances.
I don't think she's judging you. I think she's judging herself.
The pitying acquaintance. The one that pities me.
Well, I'm only friend with you.
The
but not really
therapist
friends
acquaintance.
because I feel bad for you, you know.
Rachel is my therapist.
Okay. I need the name of the automaton that is your friend.
And
I need the place where you guys can meet. And I need the criminal. There's 2 books down there that say like character names on them.
I think I have.
That's one of them. All right, let's talk about what's your person's name?
Rhea, but it's spelled with R-E-E-A instead of R-I-A, just for me because it would be
R-E-E-A. Rhea. Lovely. All right, Rhea.
So the one that I have like for sure is in your monochrome life before. What were you? And the circus wizard.
Circus wizard.
Uh-huh.
Cool. +1 duplicity.
Okay, so I just add +1.
The traits deception and misdirection.
I put them here.
Yep. And I'll tell you what those are for in a sec.
I have the name of the smuggler.
What's the smuggler?
Vojtek. V-O-J.
V-O-J.
And then T-E-H. Sorry, T-E-C-H.
Vojtek. Vojtek. Love it. Vojtek. Love it. What background is that? Like culture?
He's oh shoot.
Like there was a culture grouping.
Yeah, there's a culture there.
It'll tell me how to pronounce it probably. Was it Czech?
I'm trying to find. I think it was Czech.
Sounds Czech. Vojtek.
Yeah,
all right.
that was Czech. Check. With a Z.
Check.
Check with a Z.
Cool. Circus wizard, duplicity, traits, deception, misdirection, and a pet that you can use in your tricks.
It's this, but it looks like, I guess in the monochrome world, it looks like a normal bird.
Normal raven, yeah.
Because I'm assuming I get to bring
sure, yeah.
the raven.
I also have a robot. The automaton's name. Sorry, I'm totally interrupting.
No, that's fine. I'm just taking a breath.
So you were a circus wizard once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is to say sort of a, mundane magician kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Circus wizard, you got a raven, or crow, or something like that. Mm-hmm. What is the automaton's name?
Crank.
Ooh,
perfect.
It's like Frank, but it's Crank.
Frank the Crank.
Crank the Crank.
What was the next question that you answered?
So this is where, I'm not really sure. Because if I were to do when you lived in Oz, that was what was your most colorful vocation. I was thinking maybe witch's spy.
That's pretty cool.
But I don't know because I feel like I'm struggling on the when you came below one because I'm not really sure who these people are. I don't really know who Mombi is.
Mombi is, if you look, when you came, Mombi is the outlaw sorceress. Here, let me actually.
Yeah, Mombi
is. Whoa.
Mombi is a queen, but not an actual queen, but a queen,
That's not helpful. You realize that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hang on. Let me see if I can give you Mombi. I mean, honestly, think a cooler version of the witch that ended up with a house under her or on top of her. But give me one moment, and I grab for you. I grab for you a picture of Mombi. Maybe. Do I? Do I grab for you a picture of Mombi? This is not a canon picture of Mombi, but it is my picture of Mombi.
Okay.
She's all attitude, power, and F you to authority. So she's nice if you're on her side. If you're not on her side, she is not nice.
She gonna kill you.
I mean, you literally, like, if you don't need to know anything about Oz, truly, to play, to do stuff with this game. It's enough for you to know she's an outlaw sorceress.
Okay.
You know, that's kind of it. And she's powerful enough to, like, sort of have she's an outlaw sorceress who's powerful enough to have, like, a faction of her own kind of a thing at this point. With Oz having kind of gone to crap, she's tough. But I mean, I like the connection of, like, I was a witch's spy, and when I came below, I worked for Mombi, and if you were the witch's spy back then too, that's cool, because, like, it shows that you sort of continued your relationship with her, but it's kind of up to you.
Because for the, like, rendezvous one, if I were to do that one, I was either going to do an invisible spy or abandoned witch's apprentice.
Right.
So, I think I'll go with the witch's spy.
Okay.
Which gives me +1 sorcery.
Okay, so witch's spy raises your sorcery, gives you the trait spy. One additional form of magic, which means you just get to pick one from the list. And this is the magic in the game is super wide open. So it's like if you're asking me, like, what does commands do? It does what you think commands would do, and kind of what we agree commands will do. And if you want to
command people, whoa.
Yeah, like, I want to command these rocks to pull up out of the ground and block these guys that are chasing after us. Okay. I mean, you won't find anything. There's no kind of magic that has you casting fireballs. It's not that kind of magic.
Yeah.
But it's you know, lots of kooky stuff. So just make a note for now that you can pick another additional.
So how many forms?
You get one
so far, do I
flat out.
Okay.
And then this gives you a second one.
Okay. I think I know what I want then.
Okay.
Illusions and summonings.
Summonings are cool.
And then.
So that was witch's spy.
Should
Also
I have a rendezvous person?
make a note here in your belongings or whatever. You have a silver box with 3 stolen silver lozenges that you cannot identify.
Sounds like fun. Whatever one seems more interesting to you is what I would say. So, like, look at those answers, and then nothing really in, like, the boring life really, like, came to me, but, like, if you liked it, then you go with it.
Well, she did the boring life thing.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about, should I do the rendezvous person or should I do the boss?
I don't know. It's your character! You had me pick the look of your character!
Like I said before, it is cool if you do, like if you were thinking about, like, your outlaw boss or your new boss when you came down to Verdigris was Mombi and you were a witch's spy. That's pretty cool. Either because you were working with Mombi both cases, or because you weren't working for Mombi, but when you got down below, like, oh, yes, you were one of Glenda's little spies, weren't you? You were halfway formidable and a bit of a pain in my neck. Why don't you come work for me now? So it could be, like, either you're still working for Mombi, or now you're working for Mombi because she recruited you because she knew who you were.
I'm going to go with that
really
then.
Cool.
And it's going to be now I'm working for her. Like, I didn't work for her before.
You didn't work for her before? All right. So, Mom, okay, so let's answer some questions here, or bring them up. So you have the silver box with 3 stolen silver lunches. Name a survivor. That's somebody who's now down here in Verdigris. They refer to themselves as Grisians. That you once, back in the old days, tried to recruit to Glinda's service. Is Glinda okay? Like you're working for Glinda the Good?
Yeah.
But you were a spy for Glinda the Good, which makes me kind of wonder, like, how good could she really be? Because she had spies.
We all know that Glinda is a flawed
And then do I
character.
so for Mombi, it says you get another additional form of magic. Do I get another one?
Yep.
Oh, hell yes. Okay.
I'm leaning into that magic. So Witch's Spy gives you a sorcery boost, and working for Mombi raises your duplicity and your sorcery, and gives you a form of magic.
What's traversals?
Travel.
Oh, okay.
Like moving things. I don't know.
I'll figure the third one out later.
Yeah.
Okay, so questions. It was the...
So the
Which
question
one
is,
was it?
name a survivor that they're around now in Verdigris, but back in the day you tried to recruit him to Glinda's service. Mm-hmm. Okay, so somebody that Glinda would find useful.
And it can just be any character I come up with.
Literally anything you come up with. Talking tiger, a flying monkey. We haven't had flying monkeys show up. Like a particular flying monkey, because it's cool about that. Flying monkeys worked for the Wicked Witch of the West. Mm-hmm. And Glinda getting one of those, like, who's, like, feeding you information, super useful. Mombi wants to know, so you get sorcery +1, duplicity +1. Did you raise both of those? Mm-hmm. Okay. You get an additional form of magic. Name someone in Verdigris that Mombi is hiding something for. Okay, so Mombi is hiding something for somebody else, and you know about it because you're working for her, and some series of events cause you to know this information, that she's hiding it. The additional question is, do you know what it is that they're hiding? You just know that there's like this weird, Mombi's hiding something for Fallen Polychrome, don't know what it is, or I totally know she's hiding something for Languidir, and I happen to know it's the head that shows her real face. Or something like that.
That's actually so good.
Is that super awesome?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Steal that. I just rattled that off. Like, she's hiding Languidir's real face. Which is effed up.
Alright.
Unless you don't want to do that.
No, I like that a
You
lot.
like that? And
I'm trying to think of the survivor.
Oh, the survivor that you tried to recruit back in the day? They did a thing in, I haven't listened to all the Dorothy Must Die books, but one of the things I did like about that is the flying monkeys, the wings are magical, like they were done to the monkeys through sorcery, and the wings themselves, because they're magical, make them easy to control. So they're super easy to mind control and stuff like that. So the monkeys, if they want to be free, and not be constantly subjected to the whims of whatever sorcerer or witch happens to be around, they have to cut their wings off. Like hardcore, saw them off their body to like get free will. Which is pretty ballin' and pretty vicious. It's a good the book series has, narratively speaking, some flaws that I find somewhat annoying. It's very YA drama-y-ish. And also the main character kind of drives me a little bit crazy with like...
She's pretty dumb.
Well, it isn't that she's dumb, it's like, I need to do something, and then she proceeds to not do it for the rest of the book. Like, just...
I'm skilled.
Yeah, exactly, and that frustrates me. But... in terms of like taking all of the ingredients from Oz and mixing them up into a blender and coming up with some really cool shit, there's a lot of neat ideas. They do some really cool stuff. But a lot of it is really just a reskinning of the stuff that Frank Baum did in the first place. Dude wrote 14 books for Oz. There's a crap ton of them. And this is fun, if you have Audible, for one credit, you can get all 14 of the audiobooks for one credit.
Because they're worth
Well, no, they're not worth. It's just that they're in They're in.
I'm a little biased.
No, they're in open domain. They're no, public domain. They're in public domain. So kind of getting paid anything for them is hard. So they kind of did a deal. And some people are like, well, the reader's not great. It's kind of weird. He kind of has a weird voice. But we got 14 books for 1 credit, so we're not going to complain too much, you know. And the stories are fun.
Yeah.
I thought about picking them up just for the heck of it. Anyway, all right.
I think I have the Survivor.
Okay.
But
think about what they are, if not.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure if this makes much sense. So like a merchant's son, but like they're like really well known.
Okay.
For being like neutral, and like everyone knows them because they travel a lot.
I know exactly.
And then,
I have a name.
Okay. Of
the merchant.
Okay.
Okay. We'll get to that in a little bit because I don't want to have to flip up another document right now because frankly this thing is lagging so bad. But I have a merchant. He's from the... I'm going to hide this thing now so I can... Nope. Wrong. Let's go over here. He's from the... Delete. He's from the east. So he's from Winkle Country. Winky Country? Winky Country.
Winkle
So
country.
he's an Easterner merchant who still travels outside of fallen Oz and across and through the lands of Oz, and he still trades back and forth because there's still a few settlements out there in the wastelands and stuff like that. So this merchant actually travels and is pretty well known for still being able to bring in goods and stuff into Verdigris and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then the son sometimes travels with him, sometimes here.
Okay. Yeah.
That kind of thing. We'll get into him. Are you friends with him, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you ever actually recruit him for Glinda back in the day, or you just kind of?
No, I think we were friends, and then I needed to recruit someone.
And you were sort of the face. Did he ever know who he was working for, or were you just the contact and like you were kind of like the front, so he never knew technically who he was working for? Or did he
I think he knew who he was working for.
Or did he even see it as working for, or was it just like you're using him as a source of information?
No, actually, it was like because he's known for being like his family's known for being neutral, and Glinda wanted me to get someone in the family because well,
the guy travels. He hears news from all over. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. That's all right.
So the son, like, he said no when I tried to recruit him, but we made a deal because, like, we were, like, it's not like, oh, we would be friends if we just, like, met each other. It's because of circumstance type of thing.
Right.
And so he was like, kind of like, I'll do like a couple things, but you owe me now. So like I'm sort of in debt to him in a way.
Sure. No, it works.
Yeah.
And honestly, kind of nice to try to not deal with it sometimes and just, well, these days you don't need any, well, I don't know. What'd be fun... What I'm curious is, did he ever really know he was working for Glinda, or just that you wanted information?
I think he knew he was working for Glinda, and that's why he said, like, no.
Yeah. Does he still think you're working with Glinda when you ask him questions about, like, stuff that his dad's seen out in the wastelands or stuff? Or does he know that you're working for Mombi now?
He probably knows I'm working for Mombi.
Oh, so you guys are actually, like, because that's...
Yeah, but he's probably, like, the only person... Because I don't think I've made a lot of friends exactly in this.
Well, this is not a world for making.
Well, yeah, but it's like, well, no, before, like, when it was, like, still Oz.
Yeah.
I never really, like.
Sure.
You know, and then, like, I'm also, like, people can tell I'm not really a person who's, like, has a lot of loyalty or anything.
Yeah. And you're a little spooky.
Yeah. It's more just, like...
More than a little spooky.
Like, you're giving me this option now? Yeah, sure, I'll take it. I mean, like, why not?
Kind of an opportunist. Okay. Select... Okay, we have our 3 character history questions. Nice job. Well done. Select queerly disturbing traits and queerly appealing traits. You get one of each. These work just like other traits when they apply. So, and when they apply, we'll talk about in a little bit. So, queerly disturbing options. You can create your own, but the options that they give you are odd silence, a complete poker face, a sharp tongue, a mirthless laugh, a soul-piercing gaze, somewhat morbid conversation, or choose your own. Something that is disturbing. Weirdly disturbing.
Poker face.
I'm going to be oddly quiet.
Oddly quiet.
Poker face.
Poker face.
We're going to be such a weird group. Just like, just blank face walking.
People ask you a question and you're both looking at them like, I can't tell if you're upset with me or not right now.
You've got the robot behind still, like, also.
Queerly appealing, smoldering eyes, an innocent face, commanding presence, enchanting voice, a flirtatious grin,
Can't relate.
seductive confidence, or create your own. You have to come up with something queerly appealing, even if you think that queerly appealing is like, nobody ever has a queerly appealing thing. Hi,
pause for caramel rolls.
Soon. Very soon. Pause for caramel rolls.
Sean and I are going to start.
You carry on, by all means. So something queerly appealing, or create your own, like some kind of whatever it happens to be. An infectious laugh. You know, the kind of laugh that makes other people laugh along, kind of thing. Or sick dance moves. No. You may not have sick dance moves. First of all, that ain't it.
I'm thinking, like, I don't know, like calming presence, but that doesn't feel right.
Oh, that's cool.
But like,
You just
but it's
you just
not
stand next to someone and you're just so quiet that everyone's like, "Oh, small child."
yeah, kind of. So like, it's kind of like the innocent face, but my face isn't really that innocent. It looks haunted, but like my present feels innocent.
It's just presence.
Okay,
It's
calming
just like,
presence.
look at this broken child. You're so helpful.
We can make it work. This is
like, oh, you're broken. Let me help you.
a lot
Let
of
me
the
give you
stuff
a
is
hug.
deeply freeform, so it works if we want to make
And then
it
I,
work.
like, stab him while they're hugging me. You know, like, how you thought.
And Kat's going for sick dance moves.
No, okay, wait. So in ballet,
What's
our
smoldering?
Like, you know,
Please never do that again.
I mean,
It's what Flynn Rider does in Tangled.
there you go. Yes. You remember Tangled?
The
Yeah.
whole, like, smolder, the...
Get ready for the smolder. And he does the thing.
I don't remember that. All I remember is from Jumanji, just like, we need to eat.
Oh yeah. Yes. We need sustenance. Stop it!
Stop doing that!
He's got like a smolder of 10, right? Have you seen Jumanji? Totally worth it.
Strengths. Smolder.
I hate
Smolder.
the movie Jumanji.
We
I don't know
need
why. I
to
have this weird thing about it. It creeps me out. It's the same thing about I can't deal with like body switches.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Guys, I've been putting it off, but I need to go to the bathroom.
I mean, honestly,
It's one of my
say what you will,
scenes.
but
That is so funny.
that guy playing a drama queen, Instagram queen from high school
We're gonna do commanding.
was flawless. Was what?
We're gonna do commanding presence.
Commanding presence.
That is the worst circle I've ever seen in my life. Hold on.
It's like Rachel's dinosaur.
Look at this.
Wow.
Like, not even close.
It's like Rachel's dinosaur that she did on my iPad, like a noodle.
Just no
Okay.
head.
Choose your look. Did you say you were going with Asian? South Asian?
Asian.
All right.
I went with Native American.
Native American? Interesting. Okay, cool. Also, you pick one from the other like bullet list too. So, first of all, physical appearance, and then like a particular bit of your style that sort of stands out, like the tall hat, the monocle, goggles, indigo jacket. Scrimshaw is a particular type of carving where they take like a bone head and they'll take like bone or ivory or a tusk and carve it really with like these fine little designs. So that's what Scrimshaw is. Mismatched formal wear, scarlet scarf, or create your own, like goggles on your forehead.
I'm gonna say like endless tattoos. You know, like sleeves, like, you know, the ones like
tattoos everywhere.
Just yes.
Heavy tattoos.
Heavy tattoos.
Yep.
Is what we're gonna say.
Cool. And
like,
and they're
how
like,
to put this.
Sorry, they're like mainly Oz based.
okay.
So yeah.
Like slight, like, you know how there's like the wispy black smokish stuff, right? But it's not like that. It's like that's like when I'm using sorcery or whatever, right?
Honestly,
but
if you
like,
want to do queerly disturbing and say slightly animated hair, as
animated shadow.
well, I was
Whoa!
because I was thinking like this like blackish smoke that like you really only when you like really try and think about it, like, oh yeah, I guess that was there. But it's like not super noticeable.
Like imagine like your shadow just being like ridiculous, just like terrifyingly unusual.
I mean, like for queerly disturbing, having your shadow be
you're having a polite conversation with someone and they just see your shadow on the wall and it's just arms crossed tapping its foot. It's just like, I'm gonna go.
so queerly disturbing out of sync shadow.
Yeah, so it's like
That would be freaking amazing.
it's like it's always trying to follow me. Like it's not like the whole like Peter Pan thing where it's like trying to run away.
No.
It's like trying to follow me, but it
It's
always
I like the idea of
it's like lagging.
yeah, it's like lagging.
It's
and
like
then
lagging, but it also kind of it's kind of an indicator of your mood. So like if you're in a bad mood but you're covering it, the shadow is acting rude.
yeah, but then like when I'm like neutral,
Seriously,
it'll
how
just be like
freaking awesome.
lagging and trying to follow me. But then
Like somebody's
when
just
it's
like,
like
oh, how are you? And
something
you're just
else.
like, yeah, I'm okay. And the shadow just turns around and just
But the thing is,
so
it's always
funny.
corner of the eye stuff. So like, did I just see? No, I couldn't. All right, I did get. What's weird is
and
every time I
sometimes
try
I
to
like
save
don't
this
have
picture,
a shadow at all. Like it's hiding.
sometimes like okay, so this picture. I've tried to save it like 4 times, and every time I did it, locked the browser.
uh-huh.
I have 4 copies of it in my file folder. Like it's saved every time, but
It's
it locked
saved.
up.
It just locked up your browser.
So this character on the right,
I could do because in the
But with
character
tattoos.
thing, there's the necklace thing. It could be like, look, see on that could be my like.
honestly, the
Look.
look there, if you're going for something like that, is what I like about that is that still says monochrome world to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, farm girl clothes
Okay.
for like the look is still,
Yeah.
you know somebody like Dorothy would see you and go, why are you still dressing like you're from like you're still in Iowa? And like it's comfortable. Yeah.
Flannel.
I mean,
Flannel.
Flannel.
just like,
Flannel.
I didn't see the need to change. Like
All
I'm
right.
fine like this.
It's
Now-
comfortable. Have you ever worn
We're
cargo
close.
pants?
We're close. Let's get there. Choose something you cannot resist. An infectious laugh. Innocent eyes. A knowing grin. Shared intoxicants. That's like somebody offers you a drink. Somebody offers you a smoke. Somebody offers you a whatever. And I'm just not good at saying no to those kinds of things. Or, to quote one of the best lines from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I sometimes like things that are not good for me. Shared intoxicants, invitations to debauchery. Let's go out for tonight. We'll get back home before dawn.
Oh,
I really should.
That's mine. I'm
Okay.
saying
Infectious laugh.
Infectious laugh, so somebody with a good laugh. That's your thing? Mm-hmm. All right. Now,
Let's
both
go
of you
steal
roll
your
1d6 for your
mother's
hit points. Did you bring dice?
1d6.
I did. What did I do with it? I think I left it in your room.
my room.
All right. 1d6 and add 6 to your roll.
Why can't I just roll 2d6?
No, because
Oh wait, that's not how that works.
that would be better. That would be worse because you might get a bad thing.
5.
So 11.
11.
11 hit points. That's
Did
quite.
you seriously just ask if you can roll 2d6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah.
I almost just gave myself a cramp in my leg though, so like that works.
Excuse me.
So yeah, my calves have been constantly twitching for the last hour and a half. Little, like not the whole calf though, just like individual strands.
Wait, I'm not supposed to roll it.
Just 1.
4,
Plus 6,
plus 6.
so 10.
10. Okay.
You have 1 less than me because you're a child.
Really? Really?
Wait, how old are you supposed to be, huh? Like 3? Oh.
All right. Finally, you choose a form of sorcery. Now you, Raylan was already dictated. You've got
Commands.
that was a given, but it's in addition to.
Already have 3?
Well,
No.
I got 2 and I chose 1.
Oh, okay. You already chose 1.
Yeah, so you
I'm gonna
choose.
do transversals because we love a teleporting queen. So
I don't want you to think of it like teleporting, but yeah.
Got it too.
And think about what that means. Like maybe it's like I can step into a reflection and step out of another reflection, or I can step into a shadow and step out of another shadow.
yeah, that's
Remember
sick.
in
Who wouldn't want that?
No, I was gonna say the shadow thing. Remember in why can't it the menagerie and Charlotte and
Charlotte, yeah, shadows.
shadow
That was her
moving
thing. That was sure.
Yeah.
Mirrors,
I'm thinking
shadows,
that.
reflections.
That sounds awesome.
Or like mirrors would be easy, but like the reflection in a window, stepping into a reflection in a window and stepping out of a reflection in like a bronze lamp, that would be crazy hard, but
Doable.
ridiculously useful, right?
Yeah.
All right, so transversals and commands is your 2 types of sorcery, and what are your types of sorcery?
Illusions, summonings, and traversals.
So we have 2 cheaty movement people. Mm-hmm. This makes me sad.
With a rifle.
No.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. Finally, we're going to choose a pack and buy possessions. I don't think I have the pack thing. Let me just get down here. Let's just talk about this real quick. If you see on the thing, the packs are listed as no pack, light pack, normal pack, heavy pack. Okay?
It's a standard, not normal.
Yeah, jeez.
Jeez.
Well,
right.
in my sheet it says normal. Anyway, no pack means you don't have any like extra supplies with you. What you have written down there is basically what you've got, and that's nothing. Now you'll notice that it says like very fast. So when I'm deciding like who goes first, the person who's not weighed down the most is going to be the person who goes first. So there's advantages to keeping it light, but let's wait. Light pack is very specific. Each one of these packs has specific stuff in it. Light pack has candles, matches, a notebook, a fountain pen, a knife that does d6 damage, and either lockpicks, finesse, crowbar, not so much finesse. Okay? Normal packs have that. A standard pack has that, and then in addition to that, 20 feet of rope, a grappling hook, 10 iron spikes, a bedroll, and a hatchet. Now you were in the Leonine Rangers. This is more like outdoor survival-y stuff. Like you could go out and camp and that stuff.
Yeah, that's a get the job done pack.
Yeah. A heavy pack takes all of that stuff and then throws in a collapsible shovel, a collapsible pole, and a pickaxe strapped to the outside.
When you need to bury a body.
I think of it as like, that's the dwarf pack. Like, that's the pack with like, I might need to dig a tunnel
That's
later.
the traveling assassin pack.
Yeah, I've got all these
That's
things.
the before, during, and
assassins-
after pack.
No, because assassins have to be quick and fast.
Yeah, this is the, you never know when you might need to dig a ditch and fortify a location.
You might never need to.
So,
Words.
I want the light pack.
you want the light pack? Okay.
I
We
would
will
like
write down the
this.
stuff later.
I'll do the standard pack.
Standard pack. Mark that
because
down.
That feels natural.
And you've got the rifle in addition to that,
Yes.
and knife is your only hand weapon.
And then I want lockpicks.
And you want lockpicks.
I also want.
Yeah, neither one of you have. So, grab me on stats real quick. Your your ferocity is a.
My ferocity is a 1.
That's cool because I didn't think anybody had any ferocity. What's your finesse? Sorry, what's the word?
A duplicity.
Duplicity. Finesse is just what.
0.
Duplicity is 0, so you're not particularly. You're pretty straightforward.
And then sorcery is 2.
Sorcery is 2, and you have ferocity of
0.
0, duplicity of
2.
2, sorcery of
2.
Also 2. Wow.
How did you get so high?
Because of Mombi,
Mombi gave you duplicity.
and the witches.
And the circus. The circus
and the
guy.
circus wizard.
And then the other one. Very nice. So 0, 2, 2, and then you have.
Rolls.
All right. So we're gonna take a pause. We're gonna get some karma rolls. We're gonna come back and play some stuff. Do the thing.
Yay.